Greetings everyone, this video is going to talk about the Azurite upgrades and which you should focus on, whether you are upgrading to the late game, whether you are upgrading to the mid game. Not gonna talk of course about the early game since my castle is C37, but I'm going to explain to you what is the logic I am following when I upgrade my castle, or what actually I do choose. First of all, I believe that one of the best tiers in the game to reach to is the tier 12. After tier 12, I don't think tier 13 is as good as tier 12. Sorry for those who would say otherwise, but please hear me out. If you try to open up the tier 12 and see the difference between the jump between tier 11 and tier 12, and then tier 12 to tier 13, you will understand why I'm saying so. First of all, if we just opened up the tier 11 and see the stats, it has 1.9 health. If we take the infantry as an example, 1.3 for the attack, 130, which is pointless, and defenses being 109. At the same time, if we just open up at tier 12 itself, we will see that the jump is actually huge. They are tanky, and keep in mind something. They have 25% of reduction from the total damage that mages causes to you. So no matter what, tier 12 will tank way better if you are fighting mages. It doesn't matter the tier of the mages. Mages will be weak versus tier 12, and if you upgrade it to the tier 13 and you are fighting a mages, don't try to convince me that tier 13 is going to perform better than tier 12. There is just no way, because this damage is total damage reduction. No matter which kind of stats are you going to compare it to me, it will never come closer to the passive stats of the infantry itself. Another thing is, if we take a look at the jump from the stats, it is barely anything. If we take the defense, which is important, it is 10. And by the way, damage gets negated by defense. Like for example, if you have 100 attack and you are hitting into an infantry with 100 defense, you are supposed to not receive any damage at all. Of course, unless the multipliers is too much, then you will start receiving damage. Unlike the damage reduction just reduces the damage, but when it comes to defense negates the damage completely. So it's not even a reduction of damage, it's negating the damage. If you have less attack than the defense of the infantry, you are not supposed to deal any damage unless you are using an overwhelming odds, which means you're using a bigger march, way bigger march, that it can bypass the math. So that's one of the main issues for me. I would definitely push for T12, but anything else I would stop. If people want to go for angels, yeah, they are free to, but if you don't go, it's not the end of the world. I have been playing without angel for too long. Now another thing is when it comes to pushing anything in general. Right now I have 26 of Azurite. If I picked to upgrade my building, which is going to get me another step closer to C38 or say CS3040, it's going to be completely freaking useless because it does give me nothing. At the same time, that's just one of the requirements. If I wanted to upgrade this, I still need to upgrade the embassy. The fuck I'm going to do with the embassy? Literally nothing. Embassy gives you absolutely a finger. It gives you nothing. It's really pointless to upgrade the embassy. Where is it here? It's gonna cost you so much Azurite, and it is literally pointless to do. Really pointless. It is gonna give you nothing. I can upgrade it for extra 4 levels and then what? Get nothing. Then I will have to wait for my castle to get 18k again, and after that, after the wall, I will go back to my castle and upgrade to 38, and I will get again nothing, and then I will have to unlock the angels. I agree, angels might be stronger, but for me at the moment I prefer not to move to C38 unless I have absolutely upgraded every technology I can, because believe me, technology in this game is literally everything. Of course, when it comes to the skills are the same. If I open up my Mystic College for example, see, I have upgraded all the important skills, or at least the skills that I find important. But when it comes to the price of the cost, then I can then do some argument in which to go first. For example, I have this one. This one is an infiltrate toughness. Like, see, I actually don't mind getting this, because you know what, at some certain point, just a single 1% of less damage would actually cost you $200 to $250. Literally $250. This alone could give you a tick that costs $1,000, but that only when you are out of other options, like you have upgraded most of your equipment or 80% of it, taken a lot of totem stats. Then later on you will feel that 1% alone is too much. But again, I would avoid it, and I already have upgraded until C36. But let's say I have a war and I wanted something now to give me a boost or something. This increased base attack of archers is freaking decent, really decent, believe me. But again, to upgrade it, I need to reach Mystic College 7, and Mystic College 7 itself is going to take so much. So what I'm supposed to do? There are still one more option for me, which I really definitely find it being good, is this one. The drill itself. Not only the drill, you will need it later on to upgrade, but the drill itself gives you a lot of army size. Army size is literally one of the most important buffs in this entire game. It decides the overall power of your formations. It decides how many angels you can take on extra. Believe me, if I put 8k, I can just replace them with an extra 8k angels. Since I'm having too much angels anyway, or too less angels, you can actually benefit from having this. Now, this works literally everywhere. So if I'm going to upgrade it, I will definitely go for this one and upgrade it. Let's see now. So my march in general, without any buffs, with literally nothing, maybe one item or so. Let me show you. If I'm trying to attack this guy, for example, I have 330 without any buffs. This is literally without any buffs. Okay, I have the level 1 of the Poseidon, but that's it. The level 1, the Heavenly Sphere, the level 1, which gives me a percentage. So in general, I am supposed to get a percentage from it, from this one. Let me check. Oh, for God's sake. Here. This gives me here. In Cross Realms, I'm getting 6%. Now, why this stacks with your base alongside this one? That means your 8k is not going to actually be 8k. It's going to be more than just 8k. Right now, I want you guys to remember how much do I have. If we checked in here and try to attack somebody, let's take this as an example. I have 300, let's say 332. Now when I upgrade this and finish, it's going to give me more than that because of the amount of the buffs I have, and because they actually stack with each other. Now I got it. Now let us try. See, I am supposed to get 8k. I am supposed to get 8k only, but because of the buffs that I have, now my base, without literally any buffs, any strong buffs, like I still have the 10% buff from the talents, and I can buff the 225% from the normal buffs, from the castle buffs, and I can even ask for grand title, and I'm not even a king, and I'm having this fat this is considered to be a lot, by the way. This fat march size, that's what I meant. That's why I would definitely consider upgrading this drill grounds over anything else, and then I would finish up my Mystic College. And after I finish up my Mystic College, then I would, if I want, I would go to my college and I would improve my technology when it comes to Elite War. I would definitely ignore Invasion unless I'm really in-game competitor. I would just go for Elite Plates and max it, Elite Shield and max it, Superior Angel, all of this. And then I would save and go for Castle C38. And once I go for Castle C38, I would again go back and take out my Angel, upgrade them, and again go back to Mystic College and upgrade it. Because you know what, guys? If you do that, you are growing in power every single time you do it. But if you choose to wait all the way and go to C40, you are getting power maybe after 6 months or a year. So basically, you are exchanging now power for later power. Believe me, I find it not wise. I'm not gonna say it's stupid, but for me it's not wise, because I really had no issues beating many of the top players. If you just can't beat this 1% of the players that are like super whales or super expensive, this, for me, this is absolutely fine. But if you follow this way, I believe you will be more and way beneficial. Max your college, max your drill, and then go. Do not be stupid and just rush C40. It's really horrible way to play the game. Of course, that's up to you. It's your Azurite, it's your money, but this is how I would play my game. That's it, guys, and have a wonderful day.